guys, Miss Westmoreland here for your Rattle and Read for the week. I am a third grade teacher here at Garden Lakes. My reading tip is for a parent or sibling to give the child a starting word and for the child to see how many words they can think of that rhymes with the starting word, so words that have the same ending sound. I'm reading Hawaii from Wani Wat, written by Helen Lesner and illustrated by Lynn Mudsinger. This is one of my favorite books when I was growing up, and my mom read it to me all the time. Poor Wani Wat. His real name was Ronnie Rat, but he couldn't pronounce his R's. To make matters worse, he was a rodent. A rodent. "What's your name, Wani?" asked the other rodents. "Wani Wat," whispered Wani. "What's another name for bunny?" they asked knowingly. "Wabbit," he mumbled. "And how does a train travel?" They winked at each other. "A twain travels on twain tracks," Wani replied miserably. All of this teasing day in and day out made Wani the shyest rodent in his elementary school. His squeak could barely be heard in class. He gnawed lunch alone. And while the other rodents scurried and scooted about at recess, Wani hid inside his jacket. Then one day, as the rodents were taking turns doing wheelies, a new rodent, a very large rodent, barged into the classroom and announced, "My name is Camilla Capybara. I'm bigger than any of you, I'm meaner than any of you, and I'm the smarter than any of you." Then she added, "So there." With that, she accidentally, on purpose, elbowed an ear, bumped two noses, stepped on three tails, and lay down on a desk. Fur prickled in fear through the classroom. She sure was bigger than any of them. She sure looked meaner than any of them. Was she smarter than any of them? "What's 2 plus 2? asked Miss Fuzzleworth. "4!" shouted Camilla Capybara, without even bothering to raise her paw. "And furthermore, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, and 243 plus 125 is 368. Later, when Miss Fizzleworth asked, "What's the capital of?" Camilla interrupted. "New York, Alabama, population 295,594. And during science, in answering to the question, "What part of a plant is below the ground?" Camilla Capybara danced on her desk and sang, "Root, root, rooty toot toot." "Yep," all the other rodents. "She's smarter than we are too." They felt very, very uncomfortable. Every afternoon, just before the final recess, Miss Fuzzleworth drew a name from her hat to see who would be the leader for their favorite game, Simon Says. She scrunched her eyes, closed, and jiggled the hat. Would it be Hairy Hamster, Mini Feet Mouse, Grizzle Frizz Guinea Pig? Could it be big, mean, smart Camilla Capybara? Miss Fizzleworth's paw reached in and pulled out the name, Wani Wat. The bell rang. There was a wild scurry for the door, and Camilla Capybara was the first on the playground, having trampled the others in her path. The Wani, she looked especially scary. What would she do when she heard him speak? Breathe, Capybara, breathe in his face. Or tie him up in his own tail, or even pounce on him. The tiny trembling leader of the game stood before the eager players, his head well inside his jacket, and squeaked, "Wani says we the sign," while the other rodents read, "PS 142 Elementary School for Rodents." Camilla began pulling the weeds around the sign and wildly flinging them hither and yon till she was clear up to her teeth in dirt. The other rodents began to smile. "Wani says wrap your paws around your head." He peeked a little peek out of his jacket and saw whap, whap, whappity, slappity, whap. Camilla was wrapping her paws around her head so hard she became dizzy, gave herself a headache, and had to sit down. The other rodents couldn't help giggling. Wani says, play wing around the rosy. Camilla put her arms like wings and made an airplane noise. Nnrrr. But where was Rosie? What is a Rosie? By now, Wani's voice was stronger and his head was entirely out of his jacket. Wake up, leaves! Nobody moved. Wani says, wake the leaves! While Hairy Minifeet and Grizzle Frizz and the other busy themselves raking, Camilla Caballero grabbed one leaf. Wake up! She yelled. She snatched another. Come on, you! Up, up, up! And another. Rise and shine! And another. Boo! By now, all the other rodents were squealing with laughter. All but Camilla. She frowned. Stupid leaves, they won't wake up. And why was everyone laughing at her? Such bullies. In a voice so strong, he had to hold his own ears. Wani called. Wani says, go west! The rodents collapsed in a happy heap for a rest. Go west. Camilla Caballero, feeling very smart that she could tell directions by the sun, said, all right, I shall go west. And then she added, so there. West she stomped forever. She was gone. And from that day on, the pupils at PS 142 Elementary School for Rodents never teased Ronnie again. He was their hero. Hooray for Wani Wat, they called. Woot, woot, woody toot toot. And then that's the end of Hooray for Wani Wat. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a fabulous summer.
Here are some discussion questions to go along with the story that Miss Westmoreland read to you. Who are the characters in the story? What's the setting of the story? Where does it take place? And what problem does Rodney have? And see if you can remember how Rodney fixes this problem.